All right, so here outside of the Lone Oak Natural Resources Conservation Center, I already got a few people looking at me from windows wondering what in the world I'm doing out here. But anyways, this is where we stopped to get our paperwork so we can start to register our farm. All right, so if you haven't done so already, you need to get your farm registered. Why? Well, assigning a new farm number and getting that farm put in your name creates eligibility for government grant programs. So the real question is, why not? So the process for us started out with a Google search for the local farm service agency, along with, we found out we would need to work with them as well as the NRCS, the conservation agency. So we ended up down at their office signing some forms, and come to find out our farm was part of a larger farm and it would need to be reconstituted. I'll show you a picture of what that looked like as far as the map of our property before it was reconstituted.
So it should be in there yet.
So as far as the reconstitution, what that was essentially we sent in a deed showing that we were now the owner of the property, and also a survey showing what those new property lines look like. We sent everything out, and a few weeks later we got a letter from the USDA with the farm now showing in our name and a new farm number assigned. Along with that, we had to fill out another form for the reconstitution. That was called a an FSA 155. That was the reconstitution form. I'll show you that as well. All right, so once we had that documentation that the farm had been reconstituted, we got back in touch with the NCRS, and they sent 2 representatives out to the farm to do a walk around. That's all it was essentially wanted to look at the property and wanted to find out what we planned on using the property for. So we completed the inspection. They had some good feedback about what we could do with the place. And the next step in the process was filling out some additional paperwork. So I got a cheat sheet over here. Had to write those down. So the next one was called a CCC 941. I'll show you that here. It's just the government making sure you make less than $900,000 per year. All right, the next piece of documentation that we filled out was called the AD 1026. All it is asserting that you're not trying to farm on top of wetlands. I'll show you that form as well.
Or that's how we send it.
All right, the final form that we filled out was called the CCC 902E, and what that form is about is basically your plan on paper. What are you going to do with this property? I'll show you that one. This grant money can be used for anything from clearing timber off your property to improving your soil. There's all kinds of places you can go with this and things you can do. So as long as you own a farm, meaning something that has the potential to make $1,000 of income per year, that piece of property, it doesn't have to be a set amount of acres, you can get that government grant money. And again, why not? Hope this helped.